Just as long as we're all in agreement.
I'm feeling like the villain, now I'm back, I kill it still. Just like the Joker, boy, I kill around just for the thrill. I got 2 guns up on my hip, I shoot them like I'm Quill. I'm wearing a soldier in the cut, so I don't need a shield.
What is good, everybody? Welcome back to the Dream Juice Podcast, episode 18. We are nearing 20 episodes of the Dream Juice Podcast. We appreciate all the views and everything along the way. We're coming off our best performing episode so far, so we appreciate all of that. Nearing 100 subscribers, getting closer and closer, so make sure to hit the subscribe button, like, comment, everything. Followers going up on TikTok, Instagram, so make sure to follow us on there.
And the haters going up.
Oh, absolutely. We got some stuff to talk about that the last week, man. But kind of similar to last week, but we still got another fun episode. You know, we got the final 3 episodes of Ironheart to talk about, and then obviously, you know, some arguments, accusations made on us from the first 3 episodes that we might have to address as well.
All the haters we got, man. We come.
Week 2 of our Fantastic Four rewatch, Rise of the Silver Surfer. This time, last of the OG little group of Fantastic Fours as we near first steps, and then the big release this week, Superman, is coming out this week. And so we're just going to give a little bit of a preview, our thoughts, maybe some predictions, stuff like that for the movie coming out. And then, of course, Marvel Points. We're nearing the end of Marvel Points. So kind of our last couple chances of getting some points and see who can take the win with that. And so we have a little bit of news right now. First and foremost, this happened on 4th of July. I just want to rest in peace to Julian McMahon, the original Doctor Doom and the Fantastic Four. I literally finished watching Fantastic Four and opened my phone and saw the news that he passed away, which is crazy. What a great actor. I mean, you can say what you want about those movies, but I mean, original Doctor Doom, great performance.
Just like we said, the actors carried that whole movie.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, rest in peace to them. And he was even excited to come back for Doomsday and Secret Wars if they approached him. He was excited to do it. So, definitely very sad. So, rest in peace to him. But on some other news, so College Football 26 comes out this week. So second year of NCAA football returning.
I didn't know it was that soon.
Yeah, the early access comes out as of the day of the pod drop and then worldwide. But in other news, in addition to that, EA Sports announced that they are bringing back college basketball to video games. First time since 2010, so even a longer break than football was been. And so that's definitely big for the video game world for sure. And I mean, obviously, everyone loves college games, no matter what sport. Yeah. So that's huge. So just slight video game news. I know it's been kind of rare on the podcast.
It's been rare.
Cade, you got to catch up on this because The Boys' final season has wrapped filming.
Has it really?
Yes, just a couple days ago. They wrapped filming for the final 5.
Five?
So there's 4 seasons out right now.
Yeah.
You got to tune in.
If I was to waste all my time with Ironheart, but
hey.
Forget all that.
We'll get to that in a second, man. But I mean, are you excited for the last season of The Boys?
Absolutely. I mean, they can do whatever. Like, I'll watch. I'm there.
I'm there. And the way they left off the last season, it's definitely somewhat of a cliffhanger.
Those are weird though, because you don't. Those aren't like your fandom hype. It's just like I'm kind of I just wait for it. It's here. All right, I'm excited, but I'm not like waiting around. Waiting on it. You know what I mean? But,
yeah, exactly. Like when I'm in it, I'm absolutely loving it.
Yes.
But in between, it's like in between it dies down a little bit for you. And
it's like Invincible.
When it's getting closer, like you're excited for it, but I don't have the hype for it that I have for a Marvel movie. But then as soon as I'm watching it, I'm like, dude, I remember why I absolutely love this show and I can't wait for the next episode.
100%.
Like that's exactly the feeling I had. I'm like, oh wow, we're back. And so that's how I feel. So season 5, I'm extremely excited about that. All right.
Are you done with the news?
Dude, I got a couple more, man.
I was gonna add
go ahead.
Once he said Invincible, I want to know if you had that news on there. I saw something about them finishing up Invincible, finishing up their what is it? They either finish up the pictures or the voiceover. I guess the pictures, the voiceovers. They finished up the voiceovers. So I mean, Josh, you were at it before either of us. So I just know once I saw that, I was like, man, I'm ready to get back into it already. Yeah. So
I'm excited for it. I know it's coming out next year at some point. So having the voiceover acting already done for it is pretty good. So they're spending their time on this one, which is good. Not good for us waiting, but good. Better quality.
Beginning too. You know
what are you talking about? Gaps you've been getting? You watched it all at once. I had to. Okay, thank you. Dude,
I don't care.
trying to take
I
credit.
have no emotion saying that.
All right. So last week we talked about Michael Bay Transformers like coming back. It's like an old franchise trying to go back to its roots. All right, here's another franchise here. The last Fast and Furious movie. Yeah. Vin Diesel came out and said, one, they're returning to the street level racing in LA, so back to its roots. But Vin Diesel also said that Paul Walker's character is returning for the last movie.
Dude, hold up. Wait, for real?
How is that going to work?
His brother does it, just like the last one.
I mean, it's just...
hold up. Bro, I've been waiting on this. That actually gets me excited because they teased it. They teased that in which...
Fast
8.
Yeah.
Fast 8, he was like, hold on, there's one more seat. He pulled up, bro. And I was like, oh, they're bringing him back. So they need to bring him back, bro.
I was a little confused at first how it worked. There's so many of them, I get them tied together. I forget what like plot holes they leave open for other ones.
If we're being honest, like I know a lot of people gave up on those, but especially if they're bringing the street racing back, that's another big thing. Yeah. But like, let's be honest, they kept it like entertaining, as unrealistic as they've been. They've still been like entertaining. It's funny to go in there and watch like what crazy thing is they gonna do now. Well, bro was like he hooked his car on an airplane. I don't know what happened last time.
It was funny because everyone joked about them going to space and then
they go to space.
They're in space. It's like almost like trolling people, man. And they know they're gonna make money no matter what. Yeah. So it's just like
But it is definitely very interesting seeing the last one kind of return to its roots.
Yeah. This is 11, right? Because X was last. They get. I saw Vin Diesel and Dwayne Johnson got in. Are they getting him back? I remember Vin Diesel said something about getting The Rock back, and he was like, "Oh."
If it's the last one, I wouldn't rule anything out. As far as returning to its roots and the crazy stuff that could happen,
it'll be cool to see if they bring the street racing back. Yeah,
it's like
and Brian coming back.
It's like you're in a river, right, and you're trying to cross it.
Yeah.
And you're going all the way, and you get more than halfway, you just finish it. You know what I mean? Like, so this is all in. I'm all in.
11 of these movies, bro. They've done a lot of them. And I'm not gonna lie, the one very underrated one was Fast and Furious 8. Like, I remember I just totally skipped over that because I got crazy. But the Fate of the Furious. No, it's the one where then the icebergs and Dom Toretto goes bad because they capture his kid. I was actually entertained.
Speaking of sidetrack, do you remember that year Dom Toretto went bad? Optimus Prime went
Everyone
bad.
went bad that
it was
year,
like, was it the same year Civil War came out too? It was
everyone was just going bad,
like.
But I remember, like, I was so late to watch, and I watched it. I'm like, bro, that's actually pretty good. Like, I'm not gonna lie, because I remember 7 being like,
for extreme as it was turning into.
Yeah.
If you don't watch it the level of like the first 3, then
after 8, 9, and 10, like you go back and watch 8, you're like, it's not, because they get crazier and crazier. You're like, 8's not even that crazy compared to the rest of these, bro.
Right. So that definitely is exciting. Don't know when the release date is for it, if it's been confirmed or anything, but that's exciting news for it.
That is.
And then I have 2 more pieces. The last one I'll kind of tie into a little of a bonus discussion as well. So this is just the unmakeable Marvel movie back at it again. So it was revealed that Ryan Coogler and Sinners bought costumes that Marvel had made for Blade to use in Sinners. And so once again, Blade,
a lot of people?
No, like all the extras and everybody to wear in the background. And so those were Marvel made those for Blade, and obviously that movie just keeps not getting made. And so Sinners ended up buying out all that they used for Blade production and used it there. And so it's just
interesting fact.
It is very so. It's just
it is.
I don't know when this movie is going to come out.
Blade, they give us Ironheart.
And Mahershala Ali did say, like, he was asked about it because obviously he's in Jurassic World, and so the interview asked him about it, and he said, like, I'm ready, just call Marvel and tell him to get it. So at least he seems still on board for it, because I'd like to see him play it.
I would too.
And
he was good.
Take it over Ironheart. Shoot. Golly, give us something better.
And then our last piece of news. Although they've only been filming for a couple months now, Christopher Nolan and the Odyssey have come up with some kind of teaser trailer, and it's exclusively being played in theaters.
You watched
that teaser trailer?
You watched it?
Yeah.
What do you mean I watched it?
You watched it last night.
I know. That's what I'm saying. That's what I was talking about. I was saying I like that. That was cool.
My bad. I thought you said I like
it was like a perfect teaser. I'm talking about last night.
I don't know how it was for you guys specifically, but for my theater, like, let me ask you this question: how much aura does Christopher Nolan have to have his trailer be played entirely separate from the rest of the trailers? Did that happen for you guys?
Yeah, the lights go down.
Dude,
and it's like
you play all the trailers, then you have your movie theater chain ad. Then you have your countdown as the lights go down, and that's when the movie starts. But then all of a sudden you see from Christopher Nolan when the lights are off, and see that like that's insane to me. Yeah. And so I mean,
that's what did it for me. I don't know.
But I mean, there wasn't a whole lot going on in it.
No, there's nothing. You know what Kate said to me when I came over? She's like, "Is that Shane?"
Let me tell you something, man.
Tell me something, man.
But I mean, Tom Holland, John Bernthal were kind of the focuses in it.
Yeah,
expecting generational performances. So
it's gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be insane. So about a year from now, we'll be getting another packed July with Brand New Day and The Odyssey. So,
Brand New Day.
July's, man. It's
jeez. Bro, they are booked. John Bernthal and Tom Holland, bro.
Yeah, they're gonna be in the two biggest movies of the
That's wild.
It's insane, man. So that's crazy.
Like that.
But obviously that was a teaser trailer. But the movie we all saw, the teaser trailer before it, Jurassic World Rebirth, we all went and saw that.
Yep.
So Mason, you said you had a couple words you wanted to share with that movie. So a quick little review for Jurassic World that just came out.
It was, and for the most part, I enjoyed it. I don't think it was bad by any means, but I don't think it was great. I think at this point it's just becoming a moneymaker that they just can't shy away from. And even though it wasn't a strong movie, they're gonna, because the box office performed so well, they're definitely gonna have a sequel to it. They're gonna have something that comes along the lines of that.
Where the story goes from.
I don't know either, but that's kind of what I want to touch on. Is so after that movie, me and Scar watched Jurassic Park, the first one. And I just forget how that movie is almost perfect.
Y'all watched the original?
The original one. It's almost perfect. That movie is so good, and I wish the direction that they would have gone with. Scary, yeah. And all the first trilogy is really scary, but the direction, because they're kind of it looks like they're running out of stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's the same thing over and over again. Don't go to the island. All right, they go to the island. Blah blah blah. Don't create a theme park. They create a theme park. So what? I think the direction they should have gone, and this is just even with Chris Pratt stuff as well, is what's the sign? What does the sign say in Jurassic Park where it falls down and all of them? You know the big banner that hangs over the T-Rex?
Yeah.
What does it say?
I can't remember.
When dinosaurs ruled the earth, right?
Yeah.
So how much cooler would the whole movie, as extreme as it's gotten, if it just got more and more worse, where dinosaurs truly... Or they truly ran the earth and it was apocalyptic. Now it's scary, apocalyptic dinosaur movie, and now the first one overshadows it. And you could have led this one could have been like that because Chris Pratt very much allowed it to. He said, "Well, whenever they let the dinosaurs into the earth, and now they're
the last movie. And that was terrible.
Yeah, now they're just saying they can't survive. That's
that movie's terrible,
so." My thing is, you could have had like a really cool, like if you want to make it scary, like they said they wanted to do at one point, then make it apocalyptic, make it to where it's city stuff, because you only got one city movie and they didn't do great with it, which is the second one, The Lost World, and I don't know, we want to see dinosaurs in a cooler, like different way. We'll instead of just doing the jungle every time, put them in like a city. Or make it to where it's apocalyptic and they're running they're rolling the world. I don't know. Like that's my thing. Is like I just wish they would have went a different direction than what they did. So and I don't know how believable. Like I didn't think they were on the right direction. This one I think was bad, but like some of the characters weren't very believable. I don't know if that makes sense. Like the acting wasn't very strong.
There were some moments.
Yeah.
That I was like that.
And I was just sitting there. It was very dull. Like even the comedy was very dull. The boyfriend was supposed to be that comic relief. Very dull. Even with the raptor coming up, a couple of times I did have my heart beating a little bit with like the river scene where they're running from the T-Rex. That was fun. I don't have any complaints about that. And I like overall, I'm not like pissed off at it, but I just wish they could have some creativity with it because it's not working for me right now.
I mean, you kind of took all the words from everything. I will say, like, going into it, I mean, I knew I was expecting the exact same thing over and over again. Like, that's, I mean, where can you go from here? I don't know where they're going to go from this one. Yeah. Like, you'd have to, like, start something new again because there's nowhere the story can go, really, after this new one. But it was a little bit refreshing because I got tired of the Chris Pratt theme park, training the raptors, all this stuff. And so it was nice to see them try to go back to their roots a little bit, more of the discovery factor, a little bit more of the scare factor than the Chris Pratt ones.
A little bit.
Well, they tried more than the Chris Pratt ones.
Yes.
And so it definitely was nice to see that rather than, like, humans and dinosaurs side by side, like in the Chris Pratt ones.
What do you think of the main dinosaur?
The mutated?
Yeah.
Looked like something off Stranger Things.
It did. It looked like a freaking...
It was weird.
shadow monster, bro.
I wish they... And, like...
With his hands just
looked like an alien figure from Alien and Predator or something like that.
It was weird. I mean, it is what it is.
What about the intro scene? Do you guys like that?
What was the
red,
in the lab?
Snickers or whatever?
That was
I can't remember the intro. I can't remember.
The intro was the flashback in the lab where the guy ate the Snickers.
Oh yeah,
the Snickers wrapper. It was kind of a rough way to, set up the big problem from this island.
Yeah.
But I mean, and then another thing that bothered me a little bit. Although the movie's like a 6-7 out of 10 for me. Like personally, like it wasn't the greatest thing ever, but it wasn't like bad. Like I gave it like a 3-star on Letterboxd.
I think that's what I did too.
And did you? Your ratings are all over the place.
We're about to go. We're gonna go find that out.
But I mean, it's the ending. You should have let Mahershala Ali's character Duncan die.
Yeah, I agree.
Like your flare goes out, you make the big sacrifice, and then you're driving off, and then they made it
way too obvious.
And then they did the flare thing again.
How do you throw the flare that far?
I know.
He didn't have a gun, did he?
But dude, and then they made it play like. They shot that one shot for so long where he was 2.5. They did that shot of him like swimming and cheering to the boat for so long. I thought he was gonna get like snapped up.
I did too. Everyone said that, bro. Everyone said that. Like, he should have. I would have been more happier.
He made a big sacrifice, and they were all over. And then all of a sudden, again, there's another flare. Yeah. You got to have the happy ending, I guess. Yeah. But that was definitely. But other than that, I mean, Jurassic World. You know what you're gonna get. Performs at the box office. Yeah. That's. Is what it is.
Overall, what I have to say is starting off, like I know y'all. I mean, I'm big on this podcast of me being impatient with all my Batman talk, but when we're in the boat and we're having like a 20-minute conversation, it's like, wait, we're in Jurassic. Like, where's the dinosaurs? Like, why are we still talking about this? Like, just speed up a little. Like, I wanted this movie to be like, oh, I gotta sit up. Like, you know what I mean? Like. Yeah. I wanted some, like, it just kind of started off a little too slow at first. Like, I wanted to get some, like, in the horror thing we talked about, like, dude, make it, like, out of nowhere, unexpected. That we should have just had someone, like, at the end of what you were talking about him, you almost thought, like, a T-Rex was coming up. Going on to the last dinosaur, it should have just been the traditional T-Rex. Yeah, that's what I wanted to see more of that. I wanted to see more of that.
The only time T-Rex was in it was in the river.
The river scene.
Same with Raptors. Raptors were only in there twice, and they got...
That's what I'm saying. Did the Raptors dirty, Mason. I mean, instantly I was like, bro, the Raptors came up. I'm like, oh, I bet. Yeah. We finna get some Raptors and then get clocked out, bro. I'm like, dude. And like the Raptor scenes were like phenomenal in the first ones. Like I love those. Yeah. And then the good parts about it was I love the hints of like, the only scary, even though it was supposed to be horror, I like how like they kind of hinted the tails from the what do you call those dinosaurs? The big long neck dinosaurs, whatever you call those things. And then the T-Rex, I like how they sneaked it, like it was just sleeping there. I love that part. I love the part how it was just sleeping there.
And she inflated the raft.
And you're like, oh shoot, it's the T-Rex. Yeah. That girl's an idiot too. I want to say that. I was like, this girl's dumb. And that whole even the scene, the whole inflatable, like T-Rex had that inflatable in his mouth, and it like still appeared to like be like perfect in shape for him.
I liked it. That was a good nod.
It was. It was.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah. And then the T-Rex swimming, that was like had something to do with the lab. Isn't it from the lab stuff they were creating it? Yeah. I was like, huh? I looked at Kate. I was like, bro, what? Anyways, but yeah. Other than that, yeah. I mean, I don't even know if I could. It's a 7, like iffy. It's an iffy 7 for me. So it's like it's just like ugh. Other than that, yeah, we don't need to spend all this time on it.
It's the biggest July 4th weekend ever. Broke history. It's already like the highest opening weekend of the year so far. Crazy. And so, Jurassic, you're gonna keep making more. And because it's Jurassic, I'll be there. Yeah.
I have one more thing. Yeah.
Go ahead. Man.
Oh, and thanks, man. The theme song seems too like it saves it. It seems so forced and saved. It's like. It's like, oh, I love hearing this again, but the movie was so mid. The movie is so mid, but it's like, I'm like, oh yeah. But it doesn't match. It doesn't match at all. No, it matches at all.
The first one happens and like it's very much there.
Yeah.
Like it's like
they're forcing just to play that.
They forced it and it didn't match.
If you want to play the theme song, like freaking match it.
They started playing it with the shot on the characters, and they played it like 3 times, and then they repeated it again with the big shot over the long neck dinosaur.
That's the only. I feel like that saves a lot of it because it's such a classic theme. song to where it's just like they're just like just play it at this part, and it's like, and it like I'm not gonna lie, it does it for me. Like I love hearing it, but like at the same time, like that's like I wouldn't say it saves it, but at the same time, it just seems like let's just make a movie so we can play that song again. You know what I mean? Like, match it, please match it.
It's crazy stuff, man.
Yeah.
So while we're all fired up, let's get on to Ironheart, the final the final 3 episodes.
That's what I was gonna do. I meant to do that.
So, and so the final 3 episodes of Ironheart came and went already. The show's already over with after 2 weeks. Definitely more interesting these last 3 episodes than the first 3. A lot more to talk about. Do you have any thoughts?
I'm still asleep, bro. I'm still so asleep on these things, bro.
I mean, it's a lot of what we said last time. The character, I care a little bit about Riri. Like, I'm intrigued about her character. The story she was placed in just was not there. Yeah. It wasn't it for me. And the biggest takeaway was, like, you have the Hood, you have Mephisto, but you make the entire show about her and her best friend. Mm-hmm. And that's the entire show. Yeah. And that, I'm like, it gets to a certain point. Like, how much of it are you going to do? Yeah. And it just... We'll get. You look like you have something to say.
I did, but it's kind of off topic. It's more on the lines of going back to our hate comments and stuff.
Yeah. Let's address.
Do you want to go into this right now? Because first thing, bro. I turned on Black Panther 2 when me and Kate got in our Airbnb, and I was watching that. And I'm not gonna lie, bro. I wanted to mention to you guys, like, honestly, this isn't a bad, like, compared to all the stuff they've been dropping. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Like, dude, there's a lot of stuff I loved about it. And, like, going into the Riri stuff, I'm like, she didn't even know she invented something that was that important. And yet she's still dissing, like, Tony. Like, you should be on that level, but you're still dissing. You know what I mean? Like, going back to the hate comments of you saying, like, Tony Stark wouldn't be where he was if he wasn't a billionaire. But, like, dude, you should be on that level without complaining because you were doing that in Wakanda Forever. You made this machine. You didn't even know because Wakanda had to pull up and tell you that it was that important. You're like, oh, shoot, the feds are here? Like, you should know. So quit complaining and get back to, like, your freaking grind, bro, and start inventing stuff like Tony Stark did. She's like, do it. Yeah, that's all I gotta say.
You have a lot of rich people, right? So if you're saying the billionaire part is what makes Tony Stark is, but what about what's the other inventor name in Iron Man 2?
The Justin Hammer.
Justin Hammer. Okay, he got money too. Where he at?
Exactly.
Where he at? Okay, same with. But then at the same time, it's like, yeah, he was born in it, but he also earned and then magnified everything he was given. So. Mm-hmm. I don't know, and I don't think anyone's dissing Tony Stark.
And like, obviously, there's separate arguments and issues that people are bringing up around this statement. That gets taken completely out of context. That is not what we are saying here whatsoever. Like, I don't understand what we're like. I mentioned, any character in the entire MCU could have said that line. And we would have reacted the exact same way. It's not about the character whatsoever. Like, we like Riri. I don't understand.
It's more about what they just put in there. It's not even Riri. It's not even about, like, what she said in the movie. It's about, like, the writers want to add that. Like, the writers wanted to add that, and it's like, oh, you did Riri dirty because you made her want to say it.
Exactly.
I wish they would give Riri, too. And this is all writers.
I like Riri.
I think they set it up. But at the same time, I do wish they'd give her a little bit of, like, charm. You know what I mean? Of, like, well, the whole movie, and you see her struggle, but I wish you could see a little bit more of her, like working, like doing it here every time, or like fighting or something.
You more of her stressing than you do like her working. Like Tony's locked in, bro. Like, get out, like he's not worried about nothing.
That's the thing. For her to be such, like,
don't go down there. Remember his lab?
For her to have such a great intellect and everything. I get she's, like, young and immature and, like, stuff like that. She's a college kid. But for her to have such a great intellect, like, you don't get those moments. Like, in the finale, you get, like, she makes her whole new suit out of a car, and you get that whole moment of her in the workshop, and you get a little bit of that. I'll give respect to that. Did you see the?
Yeah, but she also has But she also has a team that's like, I'm not dissing the team, but I'm like, I want to see her working by herself.
Yeah, locked in.
It is.
And so
I guess you do a little with this first. Was it the first episode?
I watched Black Panther 2 again just to, like, I gotta turn this on. She was more locked into that than this whole show.
Bro, it's all about the writers, dude. That's what I'm saying. It's like, I like that.
It's not even, like, take yourselves out of the show. Like, it's the writers. Like, why did we do that?
Yeah.
Like,
it's like what we said last episode, and extremely accurate comparison, in my opinion, of taking a character that we like, Riri, not to the same, we don't like her to the same level as we like 11, but you place her in this group out of nowhere of these like kids and give her this storyline that nobody like cares about.
Yeah.
And it's like you even try to give them a little bit of like character development, that little group around them, like a little bit. You give them a couple lines. You try to make them care for them a little bit. We don't care about those groups at all, but they tried a little bit. But then all of a sudden, at the flip of a switch, the Hood tells them to go kill Riri, and they all just do it.
Yeah.
And just completely go like.
Yeah, but then they're freaked out that the Hood told them that they didn't kill the other one. It's like, so you're mad that they killed the other one, but they want you to.
It's crazy, man. But going on to the finale, obviously the biggest part of the show, Mephisto was behind it all. We finally got our big Mephisto reveal after years and years and years.
In Ironheart.
in Ironheart, of all places.
Where else could you have had it?
And it's
WandaVision.
That part
Loki.
confuses me a little bit because one, this was filmed like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Two, it's in Ironheart, and they released it within 2 weeks of each other. So are they going to try to push Mephisto in the future, or because it was so shoved under the rug, this whole show, is Mephisto done, or are they going to use him in the future? Which is, I mean, you have an actor like Sacha Baron Cohen. It's, I mean, it's big. I mean, I don't know. I would like to see him in the future because that whole last episode, like, it was. That's what I was interested about. It was a lot like the finale of season 1 of Loki when they meet He Who Remains. It was a lot of that. Just the conversation. You were like interested to see what happens. And I will shout out Marvel for doing this because throughout the whole show, Riri is presented with one thing after another, and what does she do every time? She turns her back on it and runs away every single time. She doesn't overcome anything. She's keeps trying to double back on the loss of her best friend, and she's trying to find ways to, like, her AI, everything. She keeps running from every problem, da-da-da-da. Then Mephisto finally gives her the offer to, make a deal with the devil like that, and it's finally her moment to, I'm going to do my own thing, Miles Morales, overcome that, her big moment in the show like that. Shout out to Marvel, you did the gutsy thing here. She makes the deal with Mephisto, and that's how the show ends, which is insane. She brought her best friend back, like, in the flesh. And it's like, that is what interested me about her character, because now she, like, is with Mephisto. And you see, like, it go through that. Yeah. And so that's what I'm interested. The show, do what you want. I'm curious to see what happens with Ironheart. But outside of that, I mean, it's just the stuff that happened in the show, man, with Obadiah Stane's son, with all that. It's just, I'm not a...
Thumbs down.
Boo! It's just, it is what it is.
Wasting my time, bro.
It's,
the show's overall. I just get like, anytime a show comes out, I'm just like,
at this point,
I gotta spend time. You know what I mean? Just like,
I think they're getting away from it now, right? It seems like they're wanting to get away.
Well, yeah, that also, it was the last project in that phase of pretty much quantity over quality for Marvel. And like we said, it was filmed 3 years ago. Yeah. And so that was definitely in that phase where we were getting all those projects. And so now it's finally done with. Curious to see what happens to Riri in the future. But, glad it's over with.
I want to say just another thing. I mean, I know I just keep bringing up Black Panther 2 because I just rewatched it and like saw a lot of comparison to it. But from watching Ironheart, she probably had one moment where she was like, I was like, oh, okay. Like, she's like, we got some like stuff going on. Yeah. Compared to Tony and Iron 1 real quick, like, dude made the suit. Like, he went back and revamped the suit. Bro, he went back to go take out his missiles. It had, like, multiple scenes that were just flexed. Like, oh, my gosh, so good.
There weren't any of that.
Nothing like that. So, like, can we get that? But one more thing.
Dude, okay, I got to speak on that. Real quick.
One more thing I got to say about that was, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, in Black Panther 2, I saw the scene. She's like, oh, man, y'all brought the feds. Like, oh, she's like, man, I got to get the suit out. She had more shining moments in that one scene in Black Panther 2 where they escaped, and she was helping the Wakandans. Yeah. She was like, hey, I got something coming for y'all. And like, 3, 2, 1, boom, like, helped them out. And then she went to go destroy the UAV that was tracking them. Yeah. Like, she was shining within 2 minutes. Like, Honestly, I like Black Panther 2, bro. We need to go back and like re-rank this because like I was watching, I was like, it might be all the later stuff coming out, but Black Panther 2, Wakanda Forever, I was like, bro, this ain't bad. Like Namor is hard. Yeah. That dude is insanely like. I love all his other guys that are with him, his team. Yeah. His fight with Oweku. Is that your saying it? Okoye, my bad. Her fight scene, Michonne with the side guy of Namor. What's his? I don't know. I can't remember his name. They had the one-on-one fight, and then she was trying to say they were trying to just kill. Like, dude, if you invented something that crazy to where these like random sea creatures are trying to just kill you, so you won't do it again, like get back to it and lock in. Yeah. Golly.
Yeah, and to Kate's point of like not having like those like scene-stealing moments of you just like putting in work with the suit. Like you almost got a little of that with like the truck. Another comparison to 11, like flipping a van, whatever.
That got me.
Dude, I was like, okay, this is cool. That was a cool move.
Yeah, the truck scene. Yeah,
personally,
that's the one I was talking about. Instantly
ruined when you go and just like flip off and do like a stupid like. You know, as soon as
that was that's the comedy touch Marvel wants to put in. Marvel wants to add. It's when she put the middle finger up after that dope scene. Yes, it's like it's a Love and Thunder. Yes. It's a Love and Thunder touch to her scene. Like, oh, you ruined it.
That's what I'm saying. Ruined it. I was like, okay, that's cool. That's a dope move. And then instantly.
Yeah, Tony Stark wasn't doing it. Like, dude, just like, oh,
but like,
gosh. Dude, like, just it's just hey, like that's another thing. I'm like, bro, who said this? In the script meeting, add the middle finger. Like, no, bro. It's so funny. It's so funny. Let's make the hardest scene, the one and only hard scene in Ironheart, add the touch of comedy and ruin it all. Yeah. Like, let's put a Love and Thunder touch.
It's crazy, man. So, take away, like,
they're probably going to do some dumb crap like that Doomsday,
like,
too.
Riri has potential. Right. She does. We saw
the writer's the only thing in the way of Riri.
Yes. I like Riri. I'm especially with what she did at the end of this, like making a crazy decision like that. There's a lot of importance on her if they decide to go a certain route in the MCU, and I'm excited to see.
The middle finger was so crazy.
But I'm excited to see what. Excited to see what happens with Riri, but Ironheart, you over with, man.
Bye. You over with. Bye. We'll see you later.
Man, so. Why don't we get into some Marvel points real quick? We are nearing an end to nearing an end to Marvel points. We only have a couple more weeks of Marvel points. Marvel points. We only have a couple more weeks left before we finally decide to wrap it up for the time being. We will make a return at some point.
Yeah. But we have to finalize it with the birthday bash edition type thing of just a Marvel Points championship episode of me.
I think I'm comfortable saying this now that they have quite a lead over me. Mm-hmm. Basically, what we almost want to do is we'll have our final Marvel Points round in an episode coming very, very soon, and that will kind of crown almost like an in-season champ. And then I'll take the top two and take them through an infinity gauntlet of sorts of Marvel trivia, not just quotes.
Who's inevitable?
Yes, and so we'll definitely have that, and that'll kind of wrap up our big Marvel points for the foreseeable future. We'll make a return, but football season coming up and everything, we got big plans for that. So that being said, anybody want to go first, or
I can go first. Go first.
All right, go ahead, man.
Marvel points. Here we go. All right, I say the quote. You guess the character and what movie it's from. All right, here we go. Then put it on the left.
Oh, I know it.
Side. Oh, here we go. Kay said he knows it. Then put it on the left.
Yeah, that's a good one, bro. Holy cow.
It's probably a good thing that we're ending this pretty soon.
Josh is ready for the football points.
Then put it on the left.
Yeah. Then put it on the left.
I knew that. Dude, I was worried at first, but I was like, gosh.
I'm worried about this one.
I'm
actually like blank.
You should have this one. You need to rewatch all of Marvel.
I haven't done a rewatch in a long time, man. For as big of a fan I have not done a rewatch in forever.
You need to. When we restart them again, we'll get another rewatch in.
Then put it on the left.
Then put it on the left.
I got my ass locked in.
I'm just going off of a character I think.
All right. Josh writing it down.
This is a
round one.
Marvel points. 3, 2, 1. Turn them. All right. Josh said Rhodey, Iron Man 2. Kate said the right answer. Nick, the Fury from the Avengers. Is the sun setting in the east? Then put it on the left. Yeah, good. All right, 1 point for 1 point for K. 1 point for K.
Furry?
Yeah, he spelled Fury wrong. He's probably have minus a half point for that. Nick Fury, man, what the?
I'm tripping, bro. That's hilarious. Embarrassing. Not posting that short.
Man,
I'm just gonna cross it out.
and if it isn't bad enough, I think I might be back to
Nick
my
Fury?
bad quote giving skills because I don't know how you're gonna. I don't know how you guys are gonna do with this one.
All right, let's hear it.
But Marvel points. I say the quote. You guess the movie and the character who says it.
Yeah, here we go.
My quote is, "It would be my genuine pleasure."
Oh, I know that one. Yeah. Wait, hold on. Do I know that one? I should know that one. I know what that's from. Dude, this one's frick, bro. Yo, there we go. I got it.
Mace got it?
I think so.
You think?
I think so. I at least have half a point.
Dude, I'm gonna go with like my second option because I have two in my head right now, but I'm gonna go with the second because I think this is that should be it. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Your second one or your first one?
I'm going with my second. The first one that came to my mind, I'm skipping it and going to my next one because I think the next one's better.
All right.
All right, good?
Yeah, we're good.
3, 2, 1. Yeah, man. You guys both get the
Let's
full
go.
point. He got his Hawkeye in the first
I was gonna
Avengers.
say Ant-Man and Civil War at some time.
Oh, okay.
Because
That's
obviously
fair.
he like looks up to Cap a lot, so I feel like at first I thought that was
That's a good
because I remember it's Cap. It would be my genuine pleasure. Yeah.
Oh man, not a good round for me, man.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like starting off my Marvel quote, I just want to ask y'all. Do y'all want I have two floating in my mind. I'm just like, because I know I told y'all I had it last minute. Do y'all want a challenging one, like a really challenging one? Yeah, you want the easy one. I'm telling you, if I give the easy one, I think Mason's gonna. But there's a good chance he probably won't. We'll do the easy one. We'll do the easy one. Why
won't the hard one eventually?
I'll give it to you next episode. All right, my Marvel quote. You guess the character and the movie it's from. On the quote, I forgot what you say. What'd you say on that? Let me rephrase that. Guess the character, guess the quote.
I say the quote. You name the character and the movie it came from.
I say the quote. You name the character and the movie that it's from. My Marvel quote is, "Hey, Big Quiet."
What? Hey, Big Quack. What is
I stuttered it so bad. I think I'm like PTSD from the TikTok last night. Remember the TikTok last night?
Oh,
All right, my Marvel, buzz it out. My Marvel quote is, "Hey, big guy, quit moving around."
Oh, are you kidding me?
That's the easy one too. Hey, big guy, quit moving around. I thought it was easy. My bad. I thought Mason was gonna instantly. Josh, you locking it in right now?
You know it?
I don't know it. But
What?
I think I might.
Hey, big guy, quit moving around.
I think I might, but I don't know.
I'm definitely not doing the harder one then next week because that was the easy one.
Really?
Yeah. Might have to test it. I don't know. Are y'all ready?
No.
You still
Good.
Hey, big quiet. I say, hey, big quiet. Hey, big quiet.
Oh.
He's
Yeah,
got
we
it.
good. We good.
I knew. Yeah, that was weird that you stuttered because that should have been instantly. All right, 3, 2, 1, flip them.
I might have it wrong though.
We got Spider-Man Hoko, Spider-Man Civil War. Well, Mason actually gets a half a point. Josh gets half a point. It's Spider-Man who says it, but it is in Homecoming.
What?
So wait. Oh, it is. I'm tripping. Yeah, I'm tripping.
It says it right there.
Hoko? Why'd you say Hoko, bro?
Homecoming.
What is this, Union? Why'd you say that?
Universe.
I was like, huh? Hoko. I was like, what? That is a full point, yeah. That is right. Had me lost there for a
I was
second.
thinking about Spider-Man and Ant-Man in the Civil War airport battle when Ant-Man was huge.
Oh, hey, be quiet. That's a good one. That's a good guess. Hoko had me tripping there. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. Had my mind tweaking.
That's crazy, man.
I said,
It's
wait,
in
what?
Homecoming. I was like, bro, what?
It's crazy, man. So Marvel Points, another great week of Marvel Points is wrapped up, coming to an end real soon. But what is coming the biggest release of the year so far, Superman, releases this week. I am sad to say we will not be doing a movie theater release review for that one. These guys wanted to ditch out on me for that one, so
It's not gonna be good.
I will be doing a reaction on my channel. So
Are you going to
I'm going early, man.
Are you going to more?
No,
okay.
but I'm going to an early screening. I am seeing it Tuesday night, and so I will have my reaction out.
Who are you going with?
Solo, man. You guys ditched
Do you
out
have a
on me.
ticket or no?
I do have a ticket.
Oh, you have an extra ticket?
Oh no, the theater was
When
packed,
did you
man.
leave?
The theater was packed.
Thursday.
I can check again, but
Aren't you going Thursday?
I'll look
night?
again.
no, I'm going Tuesday night at
Tuesday
Cinemark
night?
IMAX.
What's it? Oh, it's an early showing. You said.
Yeah.
Tuesday night, man.
Well, yeah. That might be a possibility. We'll look after.
We'll look. But be sure to check out Reaction coming soon. But Superman is coming out. And I kind of wanted to leave this a little open-ended because it's definitely different. So I don't know if we can necessarily give predictions because this is the start of something new.
Yeah.
So there's not really predictions. But, I mean, there are definitely maybe some things we are wanting to see and hoping for. So I'm kind of leaving that open for you guys. A little bit of a Superman preview just because we'd be able to have more of a preview, predictions such if it was further down the line. But this is something new. So maybe a couple things that you guys are looking forward to, hoping to see, hoping with Superman in this universe going forward.
Yeah, I think when it comes to Superman, it's tough because I think a lot of it's hard to have a character that's invincible and really be able to give him a challenge or really create a movie that has a good problem that needs to be solved. And so I think with James Gunn being at the realm, I trust it, and I know not a lot of people are I think it's kind of half and half for the most part. For most people, they're kind of for it, and some people are against it. I think a lot of old heads are actually more excited for this one than I've seen in a long time. I don't know if it's really, but it reminds them a lot of what their childhood was with Superman. I think we've had a very dark Superman in the last 10 years, and so I think for me, I'm excited for the fun of it. My expectations are that they just have a good way, whether it's not so much like strength or whatever it is, but they create a good problem that has some fun solving the problem, and then gets you not only that, but then gets you excited for the future of the DCU. So that's really all I'm looking for, and it's really gonna be hard to not please me because I'm just looking forward to a good movie. You know what I mean? As long as they don't write it bad, which they won't. James Gunn's gonna do a good job. Then I'm all in.
I know. I'll let you go next since I know you have a complete different mindset here.
My mindset? I don't know, bro. I mean, I've never been big on Superman. Looking at.
You will be.
Oh, yeah, I will be.
You will be.
Considering Batman, same universe and how Batman was made, I don't think so, man.
You love The Dark Knight Rises.
The Dark Knight Rises, not the Batman.
It's not the same universe.
I'm just kidding. But anyways, whatever. I don't know. I'm just not big on. I've never been enjoyed a Superman to that max level, I guess you would say. It does look pretty good compared to the trailers that I'm seeing. Other than that, it's just gonna have to wait till I see it to see what it's really looking like. After I watch it, so
I feel like we have the same point of view. I'm just optimistic, and he's more.
Yeah. That's right.
I don't know.
I mean, going into it, I'm excited to see it early. I'm excited to see a packed out theater for it. I'm excited to see that it was shot with IMAX. Go see it in IMAX. Yeah. That stuff. And I'm excited that it's James Gunn because I trust him and he hasn't missed.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see, not necessarily for Superman, but for this universe as a whole, how it's going to introduce this universe because it's not like Marvel where the universe starts and the world is becoming introduced to heroes for the first time.
Yes.
This is a universe that's going to start where the world is introduced to Superman, but superheroes are already established in this world. And so it's going to be very interesting having the start of this being Superman, but have him interact with superheroes that are already in this world to begin with. And so that part is interesting. As far as Superman goes, I mean, it looks very comic book faithful. I mean, like you said, no shade to Henry Cavill's Superman. I think Henry Cavill's Superman was great, but it was very dark and very serious and missing almost a human element to him at times. 100%. And this David Cornsweet, I mean, I hope, and it looks like it just looks very down to earth. I'm more just joy almost.
Yeah.
And so I'm excited to see that. I mean, I'm curious to see how James Gunn does it, because I'm curious to see if there are going to be elements of Guardians of Suicide Squad carry over, which I think we'll see because that's his style.
I do too.
And I don't want it to be very heavy in that, because
It's Superman.
Guardians, Suicide Squad are very different things than Superman, and Superman doesn't need to be having all that. And so I'm interested to see how it goes. But other than that, I'm really excited for it, and excited to see how it turns out, man. So
It'll be good.
it'll be good.
I'm telling you, it's gonna be a good movie.
What's your early ranking?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Davis Harker.
Yeah, I don't know early ranking. But with that being said, I mean, next time we get together, or whatever, we'll have like a little Superman review. When we all get together, we'll have our thoughts on that. Even though we weren't,
Florida, huh?
we weren't able to do this on the pod together like we did for Thunderbolts and like we will for Fantastic Four. So we will have it.
It's not
next
good.
time
It's not that good of a movie to do it for. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, really? That's great.
But
You're reaching. That's
What?
you reaching,
What does
man.
that mean?
That's you reaching.
What does that mean?
It means you're reaching
For what?
for clout, man. That's what you reach.
I'm not reaching for clout.
You just want to be the hater, man. Just like our.
I'm not trying to reach for that. I'm just naturally saying my opinion. Like, I've never enjoyed a Superman movie.
over something you haven't seen, though.
I'm not saying that it's gonna be bad. I told you it looks good compared to from the trailer that I watched. I think it might have a chance of like actually catching my interest in like when I watch it. But I'm just saying from before, like DC is just very iffy for me.
Yeah.
I mean,
we'll see how it is. Superman comes out this week. I'm going to see it on Tuesday. I'm excited about it, and we'll see how it is.
Yeah.
So, last week we reviewed the OG Fantastic Four from 2005 in anticipation for Fantastic Four First Steps coming up, and we kind of did a little bit of a recap, and it kind of morphed into more talk about Fantastic Four, which I assume all of these talks will end up doing.
Yeah.
But in our next step here, we moved on to the next one, Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer. It came out 2 years or so later. We appreciate the love on the video, by the way. It's doing great, and so we're going to keep doing that. And so Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer is the next step. And so watching this movie, do you guys have any initial thoughts, any like nostalgic reasons, what you thought of this movie growing up or rewatching it again? Any differences, like just key takeaways from the beginning?
I think, I like I said, like last time, I think it's just fun. You definitely see the 2000s style, really, of just like a movie. So I think rewatching it's a good time. But then again, the writers just hold it back. They hold Doom back, and it's really just the villains. You know what I mean? It's like you have these really cool villains, and then they hold it back. And then I thought the Silver Surfer was really cool. I remember that like almost not scaring me, but just affecting me as a kid. Like seeing that, and still like I remember like seeing these scenes now. And then there's like some good whenever he gets with Sue Storm, not good, but like runs into her. Is like there's some emotion there that you have, like you understand from just a guy that's like all silver. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so to be able to like display that emotion is pretty big time, and what he was able to do with that. But then again, just the ending is just so like dull and not fun.
So abrupt. It just it's like everything built up to a moment, and the final fight.
Yeah.
Like the first one is so quick, the movie just ends.
And then Doom's just back, and for what? You know what I mean? He's back, and then just like no reason to it, and it's just like they didn't know how to finish these, and they knew it'd be a moneymaker no matter what, so they just kind of. Let's just roll with it. And same thing. It's kind of similar to Superman. You have this being that's very, like, all-powerful. So how do you do that? Now, it also makes me nervous because here's your preview of, like, what our first steps could be. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, we're going...
That's exactly kind of what I'm saying. This is definitely a good one to watch because First Steps will be playing out this story in some way because it's Silver Surfer Galactus. And... do you have anything you want to say?
Not much, but you go ahead.
All right, man. So, but upon rewatching this, I mean, there's so many things that fall flat in this, but I mean, it just reminded me of how freaking cool the Silver Surfer is. Like remembering how cool he was, but then watching that, I mean, it's still cool to this day. Yeah. But and obviously the movie is titled Rise of the Silver Surfer, but with the Silver Surfer along comes Galactus. with him as well, and that's like a part of the story, and they didn't handle Galactus well at all.
I don't know if y'all remember, but you didn't even know Galactus was really in it.
He says Galactus, they call it Galactus.
Yeah.
That's the only time he was mentioned.
Too, like, growing up, you think the Silver Surfer is the villain in this.
Correct. Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you're not, like, knowledgeable of the comics or whatever, you have no idea.
I mean, what was all out at the time this came out? You know what I mean? Like
Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, like Spider-Man, nothing. Yeah. Like no one even knew it would
Mm-hmm.
Once again, all these characters are like beautiful though. Like
it looks so
characters from Chris Evans to Jessica Alba to even like the Thing to Doctor Doom. You know what I mean? And, like it's just good.
It looks good.
They do a great job.
Obviously, at the time, you don't. It's not the same as it is today with people being accepting or wanting like pure comic accuracy in the looks of things. Yeah. So, I mean, obviously they don't think they know. They don't know if Galactus looking how he does on the comic book page will translate well to film. Right. But turning him to like a cloud is kind of crazy, man. Yeah. And just for him not to even... The only threat of Galactus is Silver Surfer keeps saying it's coming, it's going to destroy the world. But then it's... just like that. And once again, it's Rise of Silver Surfer, but you think Silver Surfer is the whole... Yeah. But, I mean, I don't know.
The visual is so cool with that whole movie, though. Like New York, when they're getting married, the top of that.
Yeah, that's like cool, too.
Cool visual. Like, everything's very...
Everything's really cool.
And then you just have this bad ending.
Yeah, it's just bad.
But all that to say... This is a stepping stone to what hopefully we will get.
Oh, correct.
They've seen the mistakes that hopefully they watched the movie a lot and thought like, hey, they sucked at this. Let's do a lot better.
Yeah, and then you have this whole subplot of Silver Surfer causing Johnny to switch powers with everybody and then all that. And it's like the first movie, you dive into the Fantastic Four trying to reverse what happened to him the whole time. And so you have a little bit of like character development of each of them discovering their powers, learning to live with them, learning how to use them. And there's just like there's none of that in this next one. It's just them using their powers as a joke and then making these little bits here and there this whole time and then married, and then the Silver Surfer comes and that's the rest of the movie. And so you don't really get anything much depth to any of the characters of the four.
Yeah.
I mean, they're always involved in some action. I mean, the only like thing would be Sue and the Silver Surfer having a little bit of emotional pieces, and then the subplot with the characters outside of Sue and Reed getting married is Johnny just getting the powers, and so there isn't much there at all. So there's definitely a lot to build off of for first steps with this story, and there's a lot you can do differently, and so I'm definitely curious to see how Silver Surfer is handled, but also Galactus, because
it already looks cooler.
It does. It definitely looks cooler.
One thing I could add, I mean, everything you guys were saying about just the ending, because I did turn it on the other night, just watching it. I was like, it is fun. Mm-hmm. It's a fun movie. You know, it is fun. It's fun. But anyways, just watching it again, it's like the ending part. I feel like the fact that this has like it's in the like Marvel universe that has this like whole timeline set. Like this might actually. That's why I keep telling you guys, like, this movie is probably going to be like this. I think it's going to be really good. Yeah. I think it's going to fix that one. But the fact that it's in this timeline now and in the Marvel universe, it's going to fix that ending. We still have a credit scene that we were talking about on the last episode. Like, we need that credit scene. Yeah. Like, if we get something like insane just to lead into Doomsday 2, this movie could be like a solid 9.5 out of 10. Yep. But. Yeah, it is. I think it'll be. I think it looks like a lot more time has been put in, and it does look like Silver. I mean, we've only seen that one scene of Silver Surfer, and the thing. It looks like it's a lot more opposite because it's her coming into like I herald Galactus, but he was just kind of shoo. They're trying to figure out what the heck this is what's going on, and this it's like her just straight up coming like I herald Galactus. Like, like, oh, what, huh? You know what I mean? They're trying to just figure out what this thing is zooming around the city, and this is like, what? But other than that, I think it's going to be... And one thing I do want to touch on, bro, I think, after Thunderbolts, I know we were, like, kind of all hot, like, Marvel's back with Thunderbolts, but, like, I think this is gonna be the 9.5 area, and it's going to drop Thunderbolts down for me to, like, a 7.5.
Really?
Yeah. I don't think Thunderbolts is, like... It's like an iffy 8, what I was saying about Jurassic being iffy 7.
Thunderbolts is like we were just really, really thirsty.
We were thirsty, bro. It's not like that. Like honestly, thinking about like I haven't even really like it's just
and Thunderbolts is good, so I don't think it'll drop Thunderbolts.
It'll drop it by a point. I'm just saying like
I think Fantastic Four it's gonna it could potentially take a place in my top 10.
Yeah. Well, it's gonna have that like it's gonna have that like Okay, now Marvel's.
Well,
back.
it's just it's
what I mean?
like you were saying. It's set in a whole different universe, and so we'll have the vibes of a Toby Spider-Man, of being the only hero in this universe, and everything is new and everything's new to us. There's no other signs of, obviously, whenever it ties into the MCU, it does. But I mean, everything's just gonna be fresh and new in a different universe, and that's like a big part of why I'm looking forward to this. Not only because I love the characters, but because it's just separate from everything for right now. And to your point of having like a crazy post-credit scene, which I still think we need, there was more marketing. The marketing's been insane. Did you see them fly the planes through the sky doing the four around it, which is crazy. But they did like almost looked like a retro like TV guide that you used to see. They did a picture, but it was on People magazine. But then they did like an ad page for Herbie, and then it like like buy a Herbie for your house. He cleans, he cooks food, all that. And then it was like add doom detection for 30 days, whatever at the end, a tagline. And that is purely intentional. Like that's the most random phrase and wording, like to add doom. You don't just like
I think
add the word doom.
My theory, because of that, is that the beginning of the movie, they're not going to spend much time on their flight before. Like they might see it like really quick.
Well, so you might get flashbacks of it, but this movie has been found out in like breakdowns. Yeah. Like they have been the Fantastic Four for 4 years up to this point.
I think it'll start with their fight with Doom. My thought.
The movie?
The movie starts.
So you think
the movie starts with their fight with
way.
Doom? Listen.
Is that
the movie
you're referring to what
starts with their fight with Doom? Okay, this was years when they first got their powers. Doom is exiled, or something happens where he gets badly hurt. He flees, and guess where he flees to?
Liberia?
No, he finds Earth at some point later on. Maybe he does Liberia, but he flees. And then whenever you see him enter into Earth, that's the spaceship that was his with the Fantastic Four that he escapes on. And
so
then
that's Doom in the
and then you have Fantastic Four, blah, blah, blah.
Fantastic Four ship.
And then you have the post-credit scene of Doom arriving at Earth, whatever it is. I think it is Doom on that spaceship coming, the Thunderbolts. I don't think
so.
it's
If that's Doom on the spaceship,
Yeah.
then where do you think Fantastic Four is going to end up?
Where they're gonna.
I don't know because it's two different ships. It's two different ships.
Ships is what we're saying. It's like one. Like
two different ships?
One is like the four.
So in the Thunderbolts post credit scene,
Yeah.
the ship has like 4 legs to it, and in the Fantastic
you're
Four
saying
trailers,
it's a different ship than what they have.
the Fantastic Four
but I'm
trailers has
saying,
3.
If that is Doom on that ship, then where is Fantastic Four?
They're still back at Earth. Like they
Do
think
you
they're
think
still.
it's not destroyed?
I don't know.
From the original theory is like, Earth got destroyed, so they left. So you think there's a chance Doom is on the ship and Earth wasn't destroyed? It's just Doom on the ship.
Yeah, I think it's just Doom on the ship right there, and I think the Fantastic Four come later on that we see in Doomsday, to where they're living fine.
You're saying you're going to think that Doom, obviously the Fantastic Four know how big a threat Doom could be.
Yes.
But by Doom arriving first, Doom is able to wreak havoc, take over, beat these other heroes, and the Fantastic Four are arriving late with not enough time to prevent that or warn the other heroes. Doom is already there and already fought them.
I think your villains are going to be the new Avengers.
If the Fantastic Four arrives,
Avengers are going to be the villains?
They're going to join Doom.
Four arrives first, they're able to warn all the other heroes of
What would they
someone
join
coming.
Doom
Yes.
with? What would they join Doom with?
With fighting, I think Doom comes with a message in that plane and saying, "Hey, we have a big threat here. We need to take these guys out." And then you have this where you have the war of cross of the Fantastic Four, the mutants, whoever else it might be. You have all these different threats that are going on, and because RDJ is Doom, everyone listens to him. Like, hey, this is an Iron Man variant that is a good guy, so let's follow him. He gets there first. Remember this, guys. Remember this, guys. Yep. And then, but your 2 post-credit scenes, Fantastic Four, are going to be this, all right? First one is Doom arriving.
You think there's going to be 2, and there's not going to be a gag one. Both of them are going to have.
Yeah, I think they have to.
Especially with a year in between Marvel movies, you got to have some.
Yes.
If a big thing about Doom is him not taking off his mask, so you really think he's going to like start off the show taking off his mask? Or this is what I'm talking about.
I do.
I do.
I don't see that.
I
Did
do.
they see that? I thought that was
Like I
a
said,
huge
Mike,
thing about
I think-
Doom was just not taking off his mask. I thought they were really going to save her.
I don't know about that.
I thought it was going to be huge. I think
Because
they're really
I'm
going to
still
save
sticking-
her.
He's gonna use it.
I'm still sticking to my theory of Doom revealing his face to Peter.
That's fine. I don't think it is.
Or do you think that's what everybody wants?
I don't think they will because I don't think
Everybody wants it for.
I don't think they will
You
because
would've been able to save
Spider-Man is not a weapon that Marvel yields. Does it make sense? So why would they write it for a weapon they don't have? For Spider-Man to be the centerpiece of it.
Be in it.
I know he is. I'm just saying they don't know that when they wrote it they didn't know.
But it's not like even to Doom. It's not like.
Well,
I
they're
don't
gonna
know.
know.
What is Spider-Man to Victor Von Doom?
What?
He isn't.
That's what I'm saying.
He
like,
isn't.
He's nothing. He's
But
nothing to him.
but they gotta have some ulterior motive for Doom
It's-
because they cast RDJ as him.
Yeah,
There's
that's what I'm
gotta be
saying.
something bigger. Than
That's what I'm saying. He comes up there. He acts like he's an Iron Man
would not,
variant.
Spider-Man would not be as big of a factor, even close. He'd be big because he's Spider-Man, but he wouldn't even be close to as big of a factor if they cast a different random actor as Doom. But because they cast RDJ, the face of Tony Stark, as Doom, Spider-Man has to play a huge
Yeah,
part in
At
that.
some point, but do you think, like, if we're specifically speaking on when his face, Tony Stark's face is first shown, you think that's going to be?
It's going to be the
Savage Spider-Man?
beginning.
You think it's going to be the beginning?
I wouldn't be
not
surprised.
Savage
I wouldn't be
Spider-Man.
surprised if we do get.
We differ for that.
I wouldn't be surprised if there are. This is pre-Doom, but I wouldn't be surprised if there are flashback scenes of Reed and Doom working together,
Yeah.
and it's RDJ.
No, I think they're fighting.
I can
And
see.
Fantastic Four, they're fighting. And Doomsday, the way that it's going to be is Doom's going to come, all right? He's going to see that Iron Man was a hero. He's going to use that to convince the heroes of Earth to join him, okay? Spider-Man joins. You have a scene where he goes, oh, my God, like, I knew you, blah, you were special to me. And then at some point, you have some internal conflict with Spider-Man, whether it's in Doomsday or Secret Wars.
Symbiote, so it's gonna.
You have some kind of internal conflict to where Spider-Man realizes this is not the Tony Stark that I knew. He wouldn't have done this, and then turns on him, and then you have that kind of fight that happens from that.
I'm kind of in the
At some
middle of you.
point.
I think he doesn't show his face straight up, but I also don't think he shows it. They're not going to use this for Spider, even though it's like, when have we gotten what we want with Marvel lately? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't think it's gonna. I don't think the big first moment is gonna be with Spider-Man, but I also think it's not gonna be first straight up like first start of Doomsday, or even this credit scene.
That's fair.
I'm just kind of in the middle of that.
But
I
why
think
would
it's gonna be
they,
something
if
similar
that
to
was the case, why would they just show, why would they already tell it's RDJ?
What do you mean?
They wanted the reaction that's RDJ to already like settle into the audience.
Yeah.
Like that is strategy. You know what I mean? So in that case, that means that they have to like let the audience get used to it. So there's not going to be some big reveal to the audience of like, hey, the mask is off. So that's why I think that's why I think his mask comes off a lot, where they have to get used to it. Does that make sense?
Yeah. But they might use that as a money making point to like still keep people attracted for future movies. What if they don't show his face at all?
Nah, he's there. He's been working, bro. He's been working with the whole cast. He's been there.
There's gotta be something. What were you saying about? You said 2 post-credit scenes.
So Fantastic Four is gonna be the last one is gonna be Tony Stark arriving on Earth with that, and then the end credit scene for Fantastic Four is gonna be so either a mutant or someone that's not an Avenger arriving, maybe Doctor Strange, arriving to the Fantastic Four thing, saying, hey, this guy's from your universe, and he's causing some issues with everyone else. Join us to go after him.
I'd be hyped to see Doctor Strange appear in the universe.
Yes.
That would actually like that would make up for Multiverse of
Yeah,
Madness.
100%.
Seeing him again,
100%.
I would get hype about
So-
seeing him like.
Yes, but if you brought Doctor Doom back,
So lock it in right now.
Another portal getting us hype again.
Yeah, facts. So lock it in right now. Those are my 2 end credit predictions. It's Fantastic Four wins, by the way. Fantastic Four wins. They don't have to leave Earth. They don't have to abandon Galactus, but they do fight him. They're gonna, I don't know, emotional support like they did in the first one, the last one we watched, right? Silver Surfer.
support.
But they didn't fight Galactus. Galactus.
I know.
It's
No, I know, but that's what I'm just saying. You're gonna see Fantastic Four win, and then
You don't think their world is just? Everyone thinks their world's gonna get.
I know, but I don't think so. I don't think so. Not yet, at least.
Interesting.
I don't know. There's a lot. There's so much to think about. It's insane. My
Hey,
brain's, like,
hey, welcome.
flying all over the place.
Well, if I wrote it, it'd be good.
You said at least 30 different theories now. Dude, so I'm sure you're maybe if you're wrong.
30 different. I was on the same track. What you mean?
What do you mean?
I was getting what he was saying.
Yeah. I get any theory. You can say any theory, bro. And I think it could happen. The whole Spider-Man and when Tony's gonna. I think it could be straight up. I think it could just the fact that we know who it is. I think it could be saved. I think we won't see it till I don't know. But either way,
I think. What if you say this? What if you say if he gets the symbiote, then it's gonna be a different timing than if he didn't have Venom.
I would agree with that. Probably.
Yeah. You say if he gets the symbiote before seeing Tony Stark as Doom?
Yeah.
Then it might be a whole.
But I feel like
then that would be way easier for Doom to just like.
This is sidetrack, but I feel like the symbiote is way too big of a moment for Spider-Man, way too big of a story for Spider-Man. For him to get the symbiote and deal with that in an Avengers movie the size,
that's why you think it's
where they're bouncing around.
That's why you think it's brand new day.
Multiverse, everything. I don't think he can get it in that.
Yeah.
It needs to be a separate for a Spider-Man movie where he gets that and has to deal with that.
Then again, we did get origin of Spider-Man in Civil War.
Yeah, correct. Correct. That is, you never know what the Russos are going to do and how long this movie's.
But that's originally why you think it gets it in Brand New Day, because it needs to be if it's after Brand New Day, it's not going to be like a focus.
Plus, I mean, it's thing. What do you know from Secret Wars? It's the famous cover, and that's the first time he ever gets the symbiote suit. So he's gonna, have it.
It's coming. It's coming. But is it Tom Hardy's symbiote? Like, are they gonna introduce?
I think you got to. That's the one in the MCU right now.
It's stayed there. It's like.
Yeah. They've done like how many credit scenes now with that thing? I feel like we've had like three. One?
Oh, it's a lick too.
We've had a lot. We've had three.
Where he grabs TV and licks it. And
well, that was at the end of Let There Be Carnage.
Either way, that's one. Another one is where he leaves it, and another one, and then
the one who's in the bar and then leaves, and then the part of the Venom stays.
Yeah, so it's two, but still. That feels like a lot for them never introducing anyone, for making three Venom movies.
Well, there hasn't been any Spider-Man movies since No Way Home when that happened, and so that's the last time we saw that.
That's the last Spider. That's so long.
We will be almost 5 years since the last Spider-Man movie when it comes.
No Way Home seems too iconic by now for it to be the last one too. It's
it's gotta be. But man, what a time to be watching the Dream Juice podcast right now, guys. So much
dreaming.
It's a lot. It really is. I mean,
so much
we are like
about it every day.
It's crazy because this in no way has the build up that Infinity War and Endgame had and everything, but even after talking about this for these last 20 minutes with you guys, the amount of theorizing and everything is now reaching those levels just because of the curiosity of RDJ and Doom and all this stuff. And that's what gets me excited. Is because maybe you don't have the build up and everything, but Marvel got the fans talking again, got people talking again, and that's a big part of it. And so, we'll be seated no matter what. So, did you have anything you wanted to add for the pod real quick before about Spider-Man or?
Oh, I added one thing in Spider-Man. It's just, I mean, it's kind of not as like intriguing, I guess you would say, to what we've been talking about now. But I just wanted to bring up like just a strict Spider-Man conversation. Just two kind of points. Is one, my first one is. It's just going back to seeing the levels of these three Spider-Man. So one, it brought to my attention that Tom and Andrew didn't have any type of like rescue scenes that Tobey never had. So seeing the Spider-Man 3, him rescuing Gwen Stacy, it's like, I really hope we get that in Brand New Day, but it's also like, why did we never have those scenes with like, I think we only had it once with Andrew where he goes on it was kind of dumb, but he was swinging on the
TASM 1,
he's swinging on the things that helped him out. And it was kind of cringe. I'm not cringe, but like, it was just weird. But we don't, like Tom, we never get like rescue scenes like him, like, look,
him ferry.
Like it's the little girl, like, look.
What about him and the ferry?
Who?
Tom.
Where Iron Man came in to save the day.
Where Iron Man had daddy him
together. What about him on the
Iron Man saved him.
And Far From Home.
Washington D.C.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I mean, that was like
Homecoming. What about? He's climbing around the.
What about in Europe? Whenever Mysterio's lava monster comes, and he's with Nick Fury, he's like, then why the heck not?
He has to wear like the weird mask thing.
What about he flunked that mission? No, he flunked that mission.
Michigan, huh?
Bro, he was like crying at the end of that mission because Nick Fury was on his head about it. Another daddy.
Daddy boy.
Bro, he's just too daddy now. I get it. The whole MCU, he needs other MCUs for Sony and stuff.
This is what the new trilogy's for, though.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
Fine.
but still, I'm just saying, like overall, even
that's a
Andrew,
good
like,
point, though.
like, bro,
Like,
I miss the iconic like Toby scenes where it's like he's swinging in, he's got his classic like theme music. Yeah. I feel like we never see Tom like really rescue even his own girl, bro. Dude, like they gave it to Andrew to rescue his own girl.
I don't regret that.
I don't regret it. I'm just saying, like he doesn't have any
to double down on that, dude. No rescue scenes for Tom, but like no swinging scenes.
No swinging scenes at all. All.
Because he's far from home. He's not in New York, bro. He ain't been in New York.
Homecoming barely either. Ain't been Homecoming.
Yeah, but they put him in the best swinging scene we have is not even in the movie where he's swinging with Iron Man. At the end of Homecoming.
The trailer? Yeah. And that shot isn't even in the movie.
At what scene?
The final scene of the Homecoming trailer. He's flying with Iron Man and he's swinging.
And
it's not even that shot isn't even in the movie.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's like the cover also. It's also a cover.
Yeah,
one of the covers.
Poster. Like,
it's the poster. He's not doing
No
it.
Way Home, you get the
final
texting.
swing.
There's a final swing.
When you say
Far
Tom
From Home, you get the texting swing.
Yeah, but
that's more like.
And I love the final swing from No Way Home just because it's iconic.
It's not long though.
It's not long, but he like does 3 swings within the width of one building.
Yeah,
on there. It's so like.
If you do go to that area,
short.
he's literally like going in a square.
Yeah,
it's like where the ice skating's at and the big Christmas tree. Yeah,
I also hate
the Hawkeye end credit.
That's the one thing I want to mention. Is like I can't believe they just wanted to add the same Christmas tree as the ending of Hawkeye at the same time. They didn't want to do. It's like, bro, please just add some. Like you could have added just a figure just swinging. You're like, oh my gosh, like it's like
those 2 things came out at the exact same time.
I know, bro. Like he could just tap in, just start pop a couple suckers and dip, and he didn't have to say anything. They could have just showed him like just doing like a little to Hawkeye and then dipping after helping him out. But it would have took away from Hawkeye either way. Yeah. But still, I'm just thought that was one point I was just like, bro, I hope what you said with these new movies, we need something like that.
It's just like I don't know, it's just tough because if you're Hawkeye, why would you have your final fight scene there where there's so many beings that could show up? If you're a writer, it's like I need these scenes to
And then I guess the next one was like one thing I just put in my mind was if Toby and Andrew never existed, how much would we still love Spider-Man? Would that still be our type? Would we still be like imagine because all the hate we give Tom? I think, like imagine if we never saw Andrew, we never saw Toby. The first Spider-Man thing we ever gotten was Tom. Where would we be? Would that still be? Because right now we'd be like, man, Iron Man's my favorite character. No, I mean, where would you?
I think a lot of people would have like Iron Man as their favorite character and stuff like that. But Spider-Man, like, already was big enough as it is. Yeah. Obviously, I don't think you're gonna have. I don't think you're gonna have
Andrew.
Yeah, and that's gonna take away a lot. But I think we would think differently just because.
I'd be a different person. I don't know about y'all.
I would be a huge like, dude. That's like childhood stuff.
Yeah,
but like
my dad sent me a picture earlier today of me in the driveway riding around on a scooter, and it's a Spider-Man 2 branded scooter.
We wouldn't even know
like,
it's
around
here, bro. Honestly, we would think Spider-Man was like fruity if we like saw. But no, wait. Then again, bro. Like one thing, like no, we would. We're like, bro, who's this little kid like swinging around in these like red and blue tights?
Bro, if Dad don't think he's fruity, then I'm cool. And Dad loves Spider-Man.
Yeah. Anyways, but then again, imagine like how much it could go 2 ways. It could be like we probably wouldn't, but imagine the first time we see Spider-Man ever was Civil War, and he catches freaking Bucky's metal arm. That's the first thing we see. Like, holy cow! Like it also be like we'd have more respect for Tom, but we also wouldn't have as much love for Spider-Man. Mm-hmm. So that's how I feel.
Yeah, it is. It's
a crazy thing to think about.
If superhero movies were being made, Spider-Man was going to be made because it's the most popular hero. Him and Superman. Just like and Batman, Spider-Man, Batman, Superman.
Yeah,
as far as like popularity, so it's gonna be. It was inevitable, but yeah, my whole personality would be different today.
100%. That's a crazy hypothetical.
Yeah,
I just thought about it. I was like, bro, because that's what led into the rescue scenes. I was like, bro, we rely so much on Andrew and Tom. We compare Andrew and Toby that we compare him to Tom so much. It's like, what if we just never saw that? Like, where would we be right now?
Yeah.
Would we even be in a Marvel like that? You know what I mean? Because that's
Dream Juice wouldn't exist, man.
I don't even know if we'd be doing this podcast. Like, we'd be into it, but it's like at the same time, it's like that's the quoting is definitely started from Toby.
Bro,
we would be doing Marvel quotes if it weren't for Toby.
Bro, imagine a street level Spider-Man directed by the Russo brothers, bro. Ooh-wee.
Crazy, man. But I have all kinds of hope for this one with Destin Daniel Cretton.
I'm good with it. Yeah,
that's
the way it's set up. Yeah, I think it's. I just want more. I want like a quick rescue scene, like something similar to like what we used to get. The street level, obviously. I want the Veronica versus
yeah.
Hulk type scene with Spider-Man. Like they could perfect this movie for the way that I'm envisioning it.
Yeah.
And then even if you had symbiote like in it, like halfway through, like we get those things quickly in the beginning, and then like symbiote, it starts focusing on symbiote if it does come, and we get that for the rest of the time.
Yeah.
And then Savage Hulk comes back out. Yeah, that would just be.
It's gonna be good, man.
That'd be
So
good.
they're starting to film here this month, and so we should be getting,
What?
inevitable set leaks, photos, rumors. Everything is gonna really start ramping up here soon.
Yeah.
And so
One thing on symbiote I do want. You remember, just a quick comparison. You remember when you played Spider-Man 2 PS2, one of our top 5 video games to ever play. Remember when you played Spider-Man 3? Like the only plus I had to playing that one was like when you get the symbiote, you could jump off the Empire State Building
And land.
It just boom,
And
like
you don't die.
Bro, imagine
Yeah.
if we got like a similar scene to that. Is like Tom gets it and he just like jumps forward. He's like, oh, he's not swinging. He just boom, like right into the ground, like break because he's all mean and stuff.
Yeah.
Like I want something like that when he gets the symbiote.
I want a rated R symbiote.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because like I remember like this isn't even like as big as that, but when Toby like just ripped off the car, he ripped off the car door just to, I forgot what scene that was, when he just freshly got the symbiote suit and he ripped the car door off. Or no, he ripped, that's one thing.
The
he ripped
bottom,
the bottom.
Yeah.
I don't want to say
The gutter.
Yeah, the gutter just rips
The
off. That was
manhole?
pretty sick, bro.
Yeah.
Like, let's be honest, that was pretty tough. Just a
I know.
slight like.
And it's crazy stuff, man. A lot of exciting, like we keep saying, a lot of exciting things. We keep having these big events happen, but then there's just more around the corner.
I know.
What a
We're
time!
coming.
Like I just said,
It's a Dream Juice
what
summer.
a time to be watching the Dream Juice podcast with us. And so, with that being said, episode 18, boys, we've made it through 18 episodes now. That'll be a wrap. Make sure to like and subscribe. Get us to 100 subscribers here. We will. Next time, I guess, have a Superman review for you guys. We will have all seen it. We'll be going over our most anticipated Fantastic Four movie, Fan Four Stick. I know we're all thrilled to
so
watch that
excited.
again. But got to get through it to go to First Steps.
Yep.
And so, crazy things happening this July. And, man, we're excited to take you along for the ride with us. So, with that being said, episode 18 of the Dream Juice podcast is a wrap. We'll see you guys next time.